And now, your Storm Team 18 forecast. Weather from where you live.
Well, the red counties are the burn bans here for the viewing area. Newton, Jasper, Pulaski, Fulton, Miami, Howard, Cass, White, Benton, and Fountain counties under the burn ban. Carroll and Warren, that green color means the previous ban was lifted due to some of the rain that we got from the Helene remnants. Of course, a lot of the areas in drought now. Now, I would pretty much consider everybody's in moderate drought. Technically, the southern areas are abnormally dry, but no matter which way you slice it, these are D1 or moderate drought conditions. And with that, very dusty out there. The crops are very dry. So dust and smoke that may mix down to the ground because there's going to be a lot of smoke, several thousands of feet up coming in. The fires have reignited. Prairie fires out here in the plains, and also some prairie and forest fires burning in the Rockies and parts of California once more. Watch the time here. Here comes some of that smoke. Friday morning, we got a little bit coming in, but then this is much thicker come tomorrow night. Notice the orange here, pretty thick smoke coming in, and especially thick late Saturday morning, and then it may start to thin out a little bit with time Saturday, and eventually a lot of this is going to pull southward Sunday into Monday. But what it's going to do is make that sky pale and hazy looking. It'll dim the sun a little bit, and then the dust and the smoke kind of mixing down here at the surface will make the air quality not so great tomorrow. Gusts, though, 25 to 31 tomorrow from the southwest. The winds will be sustained at 15. So cool and calm start, but a breezy, warm afternoon. Look at that, 80s. 82 Monticello, Chalmers about 83, 84 Fowler. You get out here from Pine Village all the way about out towards Stewart and Tab and Foster, about 85, low 80s at Frankfort. So for the Frenzy, we're talking 70s at kickoff, and then it'll be in the mid 60s by the time the games come to an end with the hazy conditions. Saturday, partly cloudy to mostly sunny. Winds in Greater Lafayette will be from the south. 83 the high with mid 50s in the morning, but you'll notice the highs vary a lot from 75 to 86. The thinking is the north will stay in the 70s because there's the first of two cold fronts moving southward. So there'll be a cold front sinking here. North of that front, the wind will actually turn to the east-northeast. South of it, the winds are south to south-southwest. So it's mid 80s at Petersburg, low 80s Lafayette over here to Burlington. But once you get north of Monticello, it stays in the 70s, and there'll be a little bit more cloudiness up here. But the front on Saturday itself looks dry. However, getting into Saturday night, we may pop a couple of storms on the front just like that. And given that the forcing and the shear, even though it's not going to be overly unstable, you can't rely on an isolated severe storm. And these storms will be called high base storms. The cloud bases won't be, 2,000 feet or 1,500 feet off the ground. They're going to be way up, like 8,000 feet up. So they're not big rain producers. They produce thunder and lightning, but they're more typical of the kind of thunderstorms you get way out in the Great Basin of the West or the high plains. Not a lot of rain. And again, the cloud base is very high. And then front number 2 comes through Sunday, and it turns much cooler after that. And you can see it here, 69 then following Sunday, and then several cool days with lows at night around 30 to the low 30s before we warm back up a week from this weekend.